pick, or are you going to try to go for something a little bit more scaling alongside it? So with the Ashe coming out, this is still a strong laner, you know, not in the same way as the Kalista.
Do the exact same. Spica now heading into the enemy jungle,
Someday.
recognizing he lost his, but now the punish. Someday makes a rotation down, and Spica is not long for this world. First blood.
To stack that up for themselves here. They have the Rift Herald as well as the Jinx Rockets are ready for mid lane. We're to go down to bot and get that guaranteed crash. Huni timing out a Mega. He's in trouble here.
Oh, Huni have to flash away. Someday's jumping right after him with to the skies, and Huni's to the ground. Someday still dies after the fact, though, and Huni will take that. One for line for both of the marksman champions on 100 Thieves, and now Huni is in some trouble. With the flash already been used last time, it's time for the Eep, and Closer picks up, bringing Ryoma here to the situation to make sure he's ready to answer. Huni also right back up here.
Yep, going to be able to grab it. It looks like Spica will be building towards an Everfrost, so pretty interesting stuff here, going more for the utility of the Everfrost as opposed to the damage, trying to help have some additional CC there. Potential layering can be powerful. You're not expecting in Italy to be able to really just like walk up and land an Everfrost on the Lucian, but I mean,
she just walked up.
Walked up and just scored him with the Ice Gun, but if Sword Art can actually land a combo and you can layer on top of that, that can be pretty powerful. So feeling like he wants to go more, he doesn't want to go Moonstone, he wants to have some additional damage in his build here, but it's not going to be the Ludens, it's not going to be the Night Harvester, it will be Everfrost, which I think can really work out.
Well, TSM used that Rift Herald here for the second time.
Spotted though, actually a bit of a lazy recall, he's going to have to TP and that could get interrupted.
Oh, and it does! It channels just a little bit too long and
lose the soul sacking. You're no longer heading gold. You're no longer having that quick soul.
And there we go. TSM with the engage on Someday yet again. Yeah, he stays alive an extra second. Bottom half of the river. They're the ones with priority over this area for now. Power of Evil Shockwave is once again ready to go, but Rel ulti is not. Who he's going in, but the Pulverize will not find the target. Spica gets away with a flash over the wall and a big shutdown. Nicely done. TSM getting the kill on the 100 Thieves mid laner at just the right time. The Drake is alive and 100 Thieves are heading for the hills. Huni leads the charge, trying to find an opportunity or an angle here for the Mega Gnar. And there it is. 2 kills over to TSM, make it 3, and 100 Thieves come.
100 Thieves actually got to the double item power spikes here for Ryoma, for FBI.
Trying to check safely as they move forward, but you can't be too safe. The Baron's already down to 2K, down to 1K. TSM, they nearly have it, and they got it now with a fight after the fact, grabbing them 2 more kills. Double kill over to Spica.
100 Thieves game just got incredibly difficult.
Okay, we'll see the Ash Arrow find the target here, so at least they have a shutdown. Good pick onto Spica.
It was set up beautifully by the Gnar, by the Rel, by the Orianna. TSM back to live here out on the map, grabbing that outer tower. Huni had been down in the bottom lane, so 100 Thieves pulled the trigger on that mid lane play, killing off Spica, knowing that Huni did not have his teleport to actually join up. But now, Huni's back down here to this bottom side. They're going to take this tower as well. Jace is no longer ahead. Orianna is actually way ahead of the Lucian. Everything going so far in TSM's favor here, and they are not done. They've still got 45 seconds on this Baron buff. Looking to pressure with Ryoma topside, I think there's no way you hold this outer.
And you were talking earlier, if Huni fell too far behind in the matchup, that he wouldn't be able to jump in and tank and like serve a purpose in the game. But now that the Jace is falling behind, Jace from behind is a cannon minion with a big chin and a hammer. He doesn't do anything. So now that 100 Thieves is in a spot where your top laner doesn't have the advantage, Jace is
that much crowd control.
So many options here, but a nice engage coming out from 100 Thieves, and they will find Huni and just pop him. Nicely done with another pick here for the 100 Thieves side.
And that's huge, because look at the timing. Dragon is now up. The question, though, is can they win? They will lose a fair bit of damage on their towers off of this, though. You can see that up towards that top side, somebody is pushing, so it should be a tower trade. They get the shutdown, they get the mid-tier 1, they get this top lane tier 2. So 100 Thieves making a nice play to make the best out of a bad situation here and
champ select. It's just a very straightforward type of composition. You got a Jinx scaling up to 3 completed items now. There's your wombo, there's your combo.
In the brush, they land that Orianna plus the Rel engage combo, and now Ryoma just hard committing this split push. He is down here, has actually knocked down the inhibitor tower. We'll see if he can take this inhib or if Huni can defend. TSM are on the Baron, so this is an opportunity for TSM to actually make something big happen, but at the same time, I mean, if you lose out at this Baron, 100 Thieves maybe get back in.
Oh, 100 Thieves, though. Their support is in a bad spot in a 1v4. I don't even care if you're Alistar with an ulti. You are not tanky enough for that, and lost
behind the Baron, blocking the Shock Blast from actually having any chance of stealing.
Well, the Swirl Seed goes over the wall, and Baron is secured by TSM. FBI would have needed one more auto attack.
Door type play, and this is what they're going for.
And that's what I love to see, because they know they can't win a team fight. You're not going to 5v5 an Orianna and a Jinx that's scaled up to the late game point. You've got to try to be creative. You got to look for alternative avenues here. But the instant shockwave, Power of Evil says, we aren't doing that. No way, nowhere, no how. And with a teleport showing up too, TSM are ready to push for the win. They'll bring Huni in now. Both teleports from both solo laners are locked and loaded and ready to go. It is a 3v5 on the map. Look at the damage. FBI is just gone from this world, as are 100 Thieves, as TSM wins game number 1 here in this series very swiftly, very decisive.
That was a really strong game here from TSM. 100 Thieves pushing early. So very low on the engage is the 100 Thieves team comp. But if they are being dove onto, Braum can be pretty effective. Again, it feels like we're setting the pace.
Okay, the first dragon will go over to the side of 100 Thieves, and it's quicker than it was in the previous game. Game number 1, first Drake fell around. Closer leading the charge forward. We'll see if they really want to commit for this and try to make a play, try to defend, try to continue stacking these Drakes. Down to about 500 HP, and it's stolen away by Closer. Nicely done. TP's coming in now with a Braum ulti being used, but a ton of damage coming out from TSM. It's first blood, and it's about to be second. Who he burns down, and TSM loses the Drake, but they take 2 kills.
Nicely done by them. I mean, the fact that Closer steals that saves them a little bit. FBI maybe going to get chased down. Does have his summoner, so we'll have to flash the combo here, I think.
Well, that didn't happen. He tries to use the heal after the fact, and with the flash, he stays alive. Now we'll see if Huni and Sword Art can get themselves out. A TP coming in from Power of Evil says, you leave my teammates alone.
Man, it just keeps going. One TP comes in, the other answers. Both top laners TP'd in towards that dragon, both mid laners TPing in towards that bottom lane. TSM, I think they come out way ahead on this when you consider the scaling, when you consider, their 5v5, I just think is a lot stronger, a lot easier to execute, similar to last.
Still behind in the jungle tempo overall, so getting the first blood on him, having that extra 400 gold in pocket, he's got his Everfrost now. You can see the free boots have kicked in.
Compared to the last, and we'll see if they can trade back a tower here in mid, or even potentially in bot to continue. Jace, Ashe, pretty consistent. Sword Art, though, on the flank. They know he's here. They should.
Steal it away yet again, and he does it twice now here in this second game. 100 Thieves now turning around on the TSM players that were looking to collapse on a flank. Big 3-man ulti coming out from Huni. Looking to set it up, knock him down. Lost going in, Ryoma going out. 100 Thieves. They managed them only with 1, and the tier 1 turret mid still stands for both teams. Now Sword Art's immediately counter-engaging as 100 Thieves moves forward. Closer's got to be really looking out on this, but he's already dead. TSM finding themselves 2, about to make it 3 different kills, and 100 Thieves, it's just like in the
He spots multiple members walking towards him in that brush. Not even for a split second did he back off. He is calling for the TP. He is preparing for the play.
To rotate around and try to answer.
Man, this just feels like such a mirror image of the last game. TSM are winning the fights. 100 Thieves are trying to get towards Soul. TSM win a fight and get the Baron. Ryoma is committing to the split push. When TSM have the Baron, 100 Thieves are saying, all right, we can't fight them. Let's try to get something through side lane. So last game we saw them lose. To win through last game, it feels like they have just accepted this is the way we've got to play the game. Don't challenge.
Just sacrifice yourself for the team. Sacrifice yourself in the draft. Just be the guy who's got to play the weak side. And honestly, there are 2 players
doing the same thing, but he's really playing so intelligently.
Well, Someday jumps in there, and it's Sword Art who's now taking a lot of damage coming out. Nice Braum ulti finds both Sword Art and Lost. Lost gets himself away for now, dodging away.
That they could maybe catch a lazy recall, that someone will be actually split off. Instead, 100 Thieves had actually stayed in that quadrant.
They're the ones starting this up. It's already down to half HP. Closer throws in the Swirl Seed. It finds its mark on Spica, but no one else. 100
Sword Art on the flank.
Contemplating walking closer. Sword Art's ready here to go on the flank. The Baron's going to be taken down. Spica's got it, ready to go. TSM have the Baron, and now the team fight started up. Sword Art's tanking on the front line. He will be the sacrifice. Spica now. TSM's coming in. Huni's just about ready to transform. Dragon has been slayed. Soul has
Thieves getting that Infernal Soul, which gives them a lifeline in this game. We'll see what TSM can get done with the Baron here, trying to push forward, collect some gold. But at this point, TSM is looking for the flank. Will they go for the dive?
They're going in. Everfrost root down onto the Braum. Hey, what were we talking about with Everfrost and Nidalee if she just walks up to you and roots you? Unlucky for Huhi, man. The pick comes through. TSM nearly finding 2 more onto both of the marksmen. And with 100 Thieves having lost their support and having to heal up 2 of the remaining players, it is oh so easy.
Take the tower, take the inhibitor. 100 Thieves feel like they've got nothing to say about this. You know, with Huhi down, they are not willing to even step forward and commit. So you know, it's so few opportunities to really succeed with that, and that's your only way to engage, but they find one of those opportunities right there.
Nicely done. Information they can possibly gather before they go in for an objective like that. Someday has his Edge of Night, but it will not matter. Kaisa does some crazy damage, but the flash away from Someday keeps him alive as Sword Art might now get punished. Ryoma's still not grouped up here with the rest of the team just yet. Nice exhaust down to Kaisa, but she stays alive with a massive shield. The shutdown on the enemy AD carry is important. It's a double kill over to Someday, who he stays alive for an extra moment, but he is still burning down. FBI's out of the picture. A triple kill over to the Jace. It is a
knocking Spica out of the air on the pounce there to keep himself alive. They need to get something done. This is our strongest point in the game, and they're just committing to it. They're going to flip it.
Oh my goodness gracious, it's Spica stealing it away. Closer may have found the steals on the small Drakes earlier, but 37 minutes into the game.
Slowly pushing this in. They're moving to a 3-lane start here, but Lost in trouble.
Oh, Lost eating a lot of damage here, but the Killer Instinct will not be enough to keep him. Dragon ended up being a Baron play that was stolen away by TSM, and then TSM's now stolen Baron play has transformed into Mega Knock.
Too early.
So 100 Thieves recognize that he's at that point of strength right now as soon as he transforms back. Ryoma tries to go in. A nice follow-up arrow here, but where's the rest of the damage? FBI goes forward, but it's going to be 2 for 1 here so far. Power of Evil is down, but the rest of 100 Thieves now has no way to fight back, or do they? Sword Art tanking up here at the very front. Someday putting out the damage onto everybody. He's the carry. He's the guy who's got to get it done. Sword Art about to drop next. Lost goes on a killing spree. Closer buying a little bit of time here with the stasis with Guardian Angel bringing Someday back to life. But Lost takes them all down. A triple kill and a Bud Light ace for TSM.
Lost is found, and TSM, I think they've got their second win. They are going to push down mid. These spawn timers are way too long.
Holy moly, that last fight. Damage dealt in the last team fight, 494 from Ryoma, who was just not able to get the damage that he needed there onto Power of Evil. As the Nexus turrets fall, Lost redeems himself for the death in the top lane with a 6,000 damage team fight, and TSM will take us to match point, going up 2-0.
Damn, what a back and forth. As potentially the best marksman in the league. He was even up there in the MVP voting. We saw that released. The top 4, top 5, I believe. He was still alive in the MVP voting.
Trading back and forth here with the top side with a spear flying out. And Spica can't get anything with that one. Someday's running all the way back. Turns around to try to stand and fight against Spica, but he's down to 200 HP. And first blood over to TSM. That means that
all your minions are going to be killing off their minions. And that's why FBI is actually basing instead of pushing this in. 100 Thieves, though, looking to pressure here mid. They're going for the dive.
Oh, baby, Power of Evil just melts the 3. Because it really unlocks him to roam around the map and play this kind of stuff.
Look at 100 Thieves, though. 3 men coming top. If they commit to this fight, TSM could be in trouble.
To flash away. Closer's trying to close the distance here. Ryoma's ready to go with the Shockwave. Closer's running in. Ball still attached. Shockwave finds Spica. See you later. 100 Thieves with their second kill of the game.
Nicely done. Really good roam there from Ryoma, from Closer. TSM was the first ones to make the play, but no flash available there for Spica. The Shockwave was in for Ryoma, and they had the tier 2 boots. Udyr catches up, and he does have flash, and there's no flash on Someday, but you don't want to overchase here with Ryoma around. This is an overcommitment.
You might not want to overchase here with Ryoma around, but Hootie thinks very differently, my friend. Now he's going to try to get away, get over the wall, maybe with a wall up coming in. Power of Evil! He shows up and he saves Hootie's life, but will he be able to get him all the way out? No. Power of Evil now finds himself. Have it ready to go. Nope, just a couple more hits will take it out, and TSM will get first turret here 10 minutes in.
They get first experience in, Lost is, but as a result, FBI is going to be pretty, they would want to contest, but I think it's too little too late at this point, so they just kind of made the call. If you look at the items, Jinx didn't really have anything going on. F4's mid, they'll drop Herald. That is going to be gone here. No defending this, as the Herald's guaranteed damage is higher than the health on that tower, so
different impact depending on which champion you have. Some champions really love Cloud Soul. Other ones don't get as much use out of the active with the ultimate, but everybody can still use 10% bonus. The enemy jungle. Let's see them clear out some of the wards here, place down some of their own, and Huni will continue having the pressure, taking down the tier 2 turret up here. The Drake goes over for free to 100 Thieves though, so they are now on Soul Point.
Yeah, TSM's CDR boots and additional call fields, the Essence Reaver, so he has got all the CDR in the world.
And look at how fast Closer can run, man. Huni in some trouble with a collapse coming out from 100 Thieves, but Spica's here and ready to turn it right back around, but Spica jumps into the waiting arms of 100 Thieves. However, he has enough time with the Zonias to stay alive for an extra moment, trying to fight his way out, but it's a 2-for-1. They lose someday, but 100
3 soldiers up. This is dying quick. Can Closer get there?
Oh, it is secured by TSM. How does it manage to happen game after game after game before 25 minutes? TSM gets another Baron.
Baron making the best from a bad situation there. They had already lost that play on the bottom side. They couldn't affect that to a different lane. They can't just have Huni empowering this wave.
Yeah, Huni and Spica were both dead from the fight in bottom lane.
Control is also important. Spica able to dodge out here. Sword Art on a potential flank, but they're so split. Huni is not here. TSM needs to bail out.
Oh, 100 Thieves coming in for the collapse a little bit more. Closer's running after Lost, needs just one more hit to take him down, and he finds it. TSM lose their AD carry. Closer goes on a killing spree, and the pick happens.
They're going to try to burn it down and flip the smite. We'll see if they can even get the smite.
He's going in. Sword Art flashes over the wall to stay safe. Huni is in mini Gnar, and he has no rage to try to transform. Someday over the wall takes out Sword Art. 100 Thieves still with 5 men on the map compared to the 3 of TSM. Spica wants to go forward, try to steal this one away. He goes over the wall, but he can't find it. Spica flashes in just to die. Ryoma goes on a killing spree, and 100 Thieves. 47.9 to 47.6 thousand gold. It is a gold lead here for the side of 100 Thieves.
Oh my
Power of Evil
God.
gets away over the wall, but Ryoma's coming in, looking to maybe stop him. Power of Evil with a flash. Throws out the soldiers, stops 100 Thieves from being able to run in, but you cannot stop Udyr from running and gunning. Power of Evil is down, but Ryoma has fallen as well. Lost tries to kite it out and put the damage in. He finally falls over. Double kill back over to the Jinx, but 2 of the carries are dead from TSM. Their support now as well. It is a 3-for-2.
Out again here for TSM.
Lost trying to fire off as many rockets as he can. Those 3-item power clear out vision make TSM come and check that fog of war. Someday takes down the tier 2 turret here in the bottom lane, nearly equalizing.
So he can't base. He's down half his health. Spica will be able to heal him up over time, but Huni is by his lonesome in mid lane. 100 Thieves are just pushing there, and look at that Ezreal ulti.
That was
kind of losing on both sides.
Such a good ulti there from FBI, hitting both valuable members there in Power of Evil and Spica. The Elder Dragon has been aggroed. Lost will be the one holding that aggro here for now as he goes in. Immediate counterattack coming out. Sword Art's here tanking up in the front line. Closer wants to run in, but he can't do a whole lot yet all alone. Huni's here, has the Gnar bar ready to go. 100 Thieves must be careful about fighting in a choke point against a Gnar that's ready to go with the ulti. Chompers have been thrown down onto the ground. Sword Art re-engaging, looking for the damage. Going to be taken out, but it's a trade 1-for-1. Over the wall goes Power of Evil. Everybody on 100 Thieves having a problem with those soldiers. It's a shutdown on the enemy Ezreal, and TSM have lost 3 and killed 2. Yes, the numbers aren't looking great for them right now, but they have plenty of combat power left. Power of Evil going forward, 3-for-3 in the fight now. It's Huni and Ryoma versus Power of Evil versus Ryoma and Closer. Time. Closer will clear out a little bit of vision here. Sword Art coming around from behind. Soldiers zoning people away. Chompers have been thrown down. It's a full commit from TSM, or at least it looks like it. Sword Art looking to zone everybody away. The Elder Drake down to about 2,000 HP. Partial reset coming out as Sword Art falls over. Power of Evil dead now too. It's going to be a slaughter as Closer steals away the Elder Dragon. 100 Thieves decimates TSM, and that fight couldn't have gone much better for them. Huni wants to get all the way away. All Closer has to do is hang around, stop the back, give this guy a hard time, and with the Elder Dragon, he might just kill him too. Huni's running away, but the laser denies it, and 100 Thieves are on the victory march.
They've done it, man. They win the fight. They kill off Spica. He can't 50-50 it. They're not able to get the dragon. Closer secures it. 100 Thieves run him over. And this game is not ending in a sweep.
Here we go, man. We got a series on our hands. Sword Art respawns, and he's about to die again. The second ace for Ryoma, and 100 Thieves find their first win in the series.
They back up, and then they just start walking at you again, and you can't really fight them. You know, especially if they want to go towards kind of some of the more laning style setups.
Did eat one of them, now back to the base he goes. And you can see in his inventory the tier is purchased, but bottom side, the 2v2. Nice interrupt there on the rocket jump. FBI now might be in some trouble, but he's looking to turn this back around with a haymaker on the back end of the fight. Spica was nearby. He ran over a ward on his way here, so 100 Thieves knew they didn't want to try to commit to taking this fight all the way.
And TSM do come out on top because they forced the additional flash, knocking FBI out of the jump. They get the 3 summoners 4-2, and they get the longer one. Spica, though, he's going to have to flash now, so that evens out. Huhi may have to use his as well.
Yeah, Huhi's taking a lot of punishment right now. Flashes away, stays alive. Closer now the one who's got to be careful. Blast cone over the wall to stay safe. And TSM finds themselves in enemy territory. FBI with a point-blank jump. And it's first blood, make it 2 over to the 100 Thieves.
That made the Udyr bailout, which gives those 2 kills over. And as a result of Ryoma playing that well, getting there faster, it's a huge advantage for 100 Thieves.
100 Thieves doing a good job protecting Closer as he takes that first drain. Like the power clearing jungler. He could clear so fast. His speeds were insane. Nope, that's not the case here in this game, as now we got the play being made. Spica comes over the wall. TSM looking to grab the kill. Someday running away. 100 Thieves shows up, but not in time. The item completed.
No flash,
Spica
no ult.
again in the top lane, trying to make a move. Someday doesn't even have the ulti ready to go to try to escape on this one. They'll just continue putting the auto attacks in him, and there's plenty of damage here. TSM tie-up.
Going to unlock Huni to move around the map even more. They need to be proactive still, though. You don't want to just kill off this tower.
Here, 400 Thieves, so they've got that control early on, as they have had for the entire series. Once again, falling back because TSM is sending 4 down here to the bottom lane. We are now past that 14-minute mark. Turret plating is gone. They can put a lot of damage into the turret. Huhi goes in for the flash into the face breaker. Playmaker. FBI on a killing spree. He's got the reset to keep on going. Closer finds himself in a bit of a bad spot, but the rest of the team running over means Closer's able to grab the kill. He flashes back over the wall. Huni probably ready to take him down here. Shockwave comes out, and that one still turns into a 1-for-1 on the back end of the fight. 100 Gale Force for FBI. If you thought Tristana didn't have enough protective capabilities already with a reset jump and a distance,
you know, and you can walk that line where you're playing extremely dangerous, but if you are on the right side of the line, when you jump in, you get that kill, you get quite effective. You know, getting the additional range earlier on in the game is very, very nice, and FBI, 3 early kills, has the 2 assists.
Enemy jungle. Huhi finds his way here. Oh, and a nice ulti, bringing Spica right back over to the AD carry, but now they got to be careful. Sword Art's looking to lock everybody down. They want to get Tristana away from the problem. The Shockwave's not going to find much. Huni now running away towards the enemy jungle, and here comes the Scion train. Huni might just escape back to the safety of his team. Closer trying to work together with Someday here to find a little bit more. There's no Olaf ulti. Power of Evil now into the back, but FBI is able to find huge damage. Power of Evil is gone, and 100 Thieves are feeling great about it. Huhi ready to Hex Flash over the wall, continue chasing these guys. Yes, it's a good route coming out from Lost, but it's still a win here in the fight.
Really well played by them. And with the Azir going down for free.
Because he's the one who's rotating to the fights first. He's the one who's been enabling his team to pop off better. And honestly, Ryoma's having a good show here. I've got to agree with you, especially once they change the plan in Game 3. But now let's see how it works out. Ryoma's trying to get away right as we sing his praises. He's shut down, and TSM makes themselves a big pick and an even bigger pick after. Huhi tries to get away. Huni's going to be taken down to 100. Everybody on 100 Thieves is falling apart. How does it keep happening? Baron is going to be the next objective for TSM at 23 minutes.
Just as we're talking, have the CC, and that is what I was talking about. You need that additional man to get there. Olaf, but Udyr, Rakan, Nocturne, Scion, Huhi here as well. And he is going to be able to catch out Lost.
Okay, the Haymaker comes out to keep Huhi alive still. Spica's ready to approach on the flank, and Huni's already diving into everybody. A lot of damage coming out with FBI exhausted. He can't do a whole lot just yet. It's a 1-for-1. Supports have dropped on both sides.
Man, Sword Art just got exploded when he went in there. They do trade the supports, though. Power of Evil is here, so Ryoma has to be a little bit careful. There's no objective up, so it was just Huhi looking for the pick. TSM able to respond. Critical that they did not lose their carry. They have the Baron buff, and with this, you can see FBI is bot, Someday is top, so both these towers are just gone. There's no way you can really step up and defend these. So TSM able to extend their gold lead. The Baron
cannot walk through those whatsoever. Thornmail might be good for grievous wounds, but it don't do much against AP damage. Camp in a bush. Where is Nocturne just going to come flying after you? He and FBI come stepping up. Here goes the attack, though. It's Tristana jumping in. You thought Nocturne jumps on the 80 carry. The 80 carry jumps on Nocturne. FBI.
At that point, you're basically diving on them to force stasis or force them to retreat and buying time for Power of Evil and Lost Kill to expire before you can even start channeling your TP. And those are big situations.
Well, here we go. They're starting to fight off. Speak is going to be the target. Into the back line goes Sword Art, looking for some of the damage here, but he's going to die. Power of Evil taking that one down. Nice stasis coming out from Huni as 100 Thieves are cut to pieces. Someday won't be able to do a thing. It's a double kill over to Power of Evil, and look at that. Lost is on a killing spree, and TSM is on the victory march.
They've done it, Flowers. They knock them all down, found the team fight they needed. The spawn timers are way too long. 100 Thieves made them work for it, but unless Closer can pull off a miracle here, nothing to do.
He's not pulling off a miracle of any shape, color, or size. TSM with a Bud Light ace. Yes, the games were close. Yes, 100 Thieves was able to stop them from making it a clean sweep, but TSM will defeat 100 Thieves 3-1, and they'll go on to continue to play next week for a shot at winning the mid-season showdown.